guys, and welcome to Football Fandom UK. How's it going? Hope you guys having a good day. So we're here for another match watch along as we about to watch Norway taking on Scotland. And we're actually underway, guys. I'm just a little bit late, so we're already a minute into the game. So hopefully you guys having a good weekend, and feel free to drop your comments in, guys. Let us know how you think this one's going to turn out. So currently Norway in possession at the moment. So let's quickly go to the chat. Let's spare me a second, guys. I'm just going to share on screen the team news, and then we're good. There we go, guys. So you should be able to see the team news. So Norway currently in possession at the minute, just knocking it about on the halfway line. Ben, how's it going, mate? Ben, the best League One, saying hello. How's it going, mate? Welcome to the show. Hope you're doing well, Ben. Good to see you, mate. How do you think this one will turn out? Do you think Scotland could get the win in this one? So Norway just knocking it about at the minute on the halfway line. Scotland playing in all white. Norway playing in red top, black shorts. So Ben saying hello. So thanks for that, Ben. Good to see you, mate. Welcome to the show. As I say, Stevie saying hi, guys. Come on, Scotland. Absolutely. Yes, let's hope Scotland can get another good result in this one. Keep the momentum going. They made a really good start to the European qualifiers. Obviously, as we know, they beat Spain. So let's see if they can keep the momentum going. So we've got a throw in on the far side of the pitch at the moment for Scotland, just inside their own half of the field. So they throw it into the Norway half, but Norway have won it back now as Norway come out to this near side with the ball. Also, the Denmark managing to get that win last night against Northern Ireland, and that was a disappointing result with Northern Ireland getting that late goal disallowed. So at the minute, guys, it's a bit of a cagey start, and we've just had the ball be kicked out of play. So we've got a goal kick now with the Scotland goalkeeper. So he kicks it long up the field as Norway head it back in the direction it came from, and now the ball has gone out on this near side for a throw-in midway inside Scotland's half of the field. So Ben saying hi to Stevie. Top man, Ben. Thank you, mate. Top man. And Stevie saying, hi, Ben. Do you have a score prediction? Yeah, that's a good question. Cheers, Stevie. Ben saying, I do. Stevie, 2-2. Haaland gets one. Odegaard makes it 2-0. Then John McGinn makes it 2-1. McTominay makes it 2-2. Well, that would certainly be a cracking game if it turns out like that, Ben. Certainly, mate. Definitely. So Scotland currently in possession at the minute as they pass the ball back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper kicks it long out to that far side as Scotland pick it up now on the halfway line, but quickly challenged by Norway. And the ball's gone out of play for a throw-in. So throw-in taken quickly by Norway. I say just knock it about again on the halfway line. I tried to work the ball out to this near side, but they've kicked it out of play. So throw into Scotland, pretty much bang on the halfway line. So yeah, that's a good shout, that, Ben. I don't know if McTominay scored a lot of goals for the national team, to be fair. Maybe you guys do. Let me know if you know if McTominay scored a lot of goals for Scotland. I'm not saying he hasn't scored for Scotland, but I don't remember him being on the score sheet too much. But international breaks come round with big gaps, don't they? So it's easy to forget, innit? So ball out on that far side now as Norway cross the ball, but it comes out to this near side, and now they've got another opportunity as Scotland defend it well on this near side, but the ball is deflected out behind, and that will be a throw into Norway. So I've got stoppage, just going to get the game back underway, but the referee stopped it because there's two balls on the pitch. So we're back underway now. Sorry, guys, the referee stopped the game. Then somebody, ball boy chucked the ball on the box. I think two ball boys chucked the ball on the pitch because we had the corner ball and then another ball, and there was a ball behind. So, but two balls on the pitch, but we're back underway now anyway. So thanks for that, Ben. Stevie Allen saying, awesome prediction, Ben. Yeah, that is a cracking prediction. That well said, Stevie. He's well thought. That is give that some serious thought. So yeah, I like that. I like it when fans actually give games serious thought on how they think it could turn out, or tactically and stuff like that. Because don't see a lot of fans discussing tactics these days, unfortunately. So ball at the minute now back with Scotland as they're just knocking it about on the edge of their box. A really slow pace to the start of this game, guys. We're 10.5 minutes in and it's still 0-0. So Scotland trying to play out from the back as they push up now to the halfway line, but quickly challenged by Norway as they win it back. And now they switch the ball out to that far side of the field. So Norway just... I don't know if they're deliberately slowing the game down here at the minute, but Norway very much content to just have the possession on the halfway line. But now they do kick the ball long. And the goalkeeper comes across and kicks the ball out of play. So it'll be a throw-in on this near side for Norway. So Ben saying, thanks, Stevie. Nice one, Ben. Top man. And Ben also saying, I feel like this game will end in a draw. It's certainly playing out that way at the minute in this early stages, mate. Very cagey. Ball now in behind for Norway as Haaland manages to intercept it, passing it to a teammate on this near side, as Norway now have managed to push up the field. But Scotland forcing them all the way back to the halfway line. So Norway now again in possession on this near side as they come forward towards the edge of the Scotland box. Cross comes in. It's deep, headed towards goal, but beautiful save there by the goalkeeper. Very central, the header, but the goalkeeper was equal to it. But yeah, that's the first decent chance of the game so far, guys. So you could be right, Ben, but let's hope Scotland can get the win. Stevie's saying, fingers crossed Scotland can grab it. Absolutely, well said. Totally agree with you, Stevie. Let's hope so, mate. So Norway back in possession, just inside their own half. As they now kick the ball long out to this near side, and it's a poor ball going out of play, and that will be a Scotland throwing deep inside their own half of the field, and pretty close to the corner flag, actually. So throwing comes in before it's knocked straight back out of play a bit further up the field. Ben saying McTominay has scored 5 in 38 games for Scotland. All right, that's a respectable return, I suppose, because he's not a striker anyway. So yeah, that's a reasonable return. That's shows he's helping out the team going forward, and obviously if he's getting goals, I imagine he's also probably helped with a few assists as well over the time that he's been part of the Scotland team. So we've got a throw in on the far side for Norway as they take it quickly. But yeah, thanks for that, Ben. Good bit of info there, mate. Top man. So Norway now in possession on their own half of the field, just pushing up to the halfway line. And so now they come forward down that far side, working their way up towards the edge of the Scotland box. Now a cross-field ball out to this near side. So now come forward towards the edge of the box, but Scotland challenging for it. And now Scotland winning the ball as they try to break, but immediately surrounded by Norway players in the centre of the park as they win the ball back. Claims for a foul, but the referee giving nothing. So Norway back in possession, midway inside Scotland's half of the field at the moment, just knocking it about. Scotland just need to stay patient at the minute. They'll get some possession soon. So Norway, again, with another throwing on the far side. They're just content at the moment to pass it on the halfway line. They keep probing down that right-hand side, that far side of the pitch, but then playing back to the halfway line. They've done it several times. But now they do finally push forward a bit further up the field as they now come towards the edge of the box, playing the ball out to this near side, and now a cross comes in. And now shot came off, but it's kicked away as Norway pick it up on the edge of the box, but unable to do anything with it as Scotland managed to challenge for the ball, clearing it up the field. But Norway regained possession. But Scotland need to change the tactics a little bit here, guys, because they're struggling to get any kind of possession. Staying patient is a good thing because they will get some possession at some point. But at the minute, they're very much boxed into their own half. As Norway come again now towards the edge of the boxes and now into the box trying to get a shot off. But there's so many Scotland bodies in that box that Norway struggling to get a clear-cut shot on goal. So claims for a penalty, but referee saying nothing doing. So no penalty. So Norway again in possession on the halfway line. Ben is saying he scored like four in the last time. He scored like 4 in the last time in the Euro qualifiers. Yeah, I think I do remember that he got on the score sheet last time Scotland were playing, which was, I can't remember now. It was Spain, and who was the team? Was it Ukraine? There was 2 teams, obviously. Spain were one of them. I can't remember. I know they had played Ukraine recently, but who was the team that they played before Spain? Because if I remember rightly, they got 2 back-to-back wins, didn't they? So Scotland now with some possession as they come forward into the Norway half of the field, pushing forward down that far side. Now worked in behind as Scotland attempt to get a cross into the box with Andy Robertson on that far side as the ball is knocked out of play, and that goes behind for a corner to Scotland. So corner on the far side of the pitch for Scotland. Corner comes in and it goes right past everybody and out to this near side, but Scotland just managing to keep it in as now another cross comes into the box headed away by Norway. Scotland pick it up just outside the box. And it's now another long crossfield ball out to this near side. And again, Norway end up knocking it out of play with a deflected ball. And that will be another corner to Scotland, this time on this near side of the pitch. So thanks, Ben. Ben also saying, I wonder how best would I wonder how best would do in modern football. Oh, yeah. Well, for a start, he wouldn't be able to drink, would he? Because I presume George Best did like a drink, didn't he? So, yeah, I don't think he'd like that about modern football, that he's that players today don't drink like they used to. But it was amazing back then, guys. But players could get absolutely skin-faced and drink, I don't know, drink half a bar and still come out on a Saturday and play. and put in a performance as well. Just hear the bagpipes there in the stadium. So Scotland fans bringing along the bagpipes. Cross comes into the box now for Scotland on that far side, but goalkeeper read it equally as well. And that will give possession back to Norway as they now build again from the back. But at least Scotland showing that they're not here just to make up the numbers. They've now had a couple of opportunities just in the last couple of minutes to get forward. So now Norway trying to work it down that far side as they come forward now towards the edge of the Scotland box. And Scotland there with some good defending. Kieran Tierney on that far side of the pitch, just managing to do enough to put him off and knock the ball out behind for a corner to Norway. So, yeah, that's an interesting one, that, Ben. I've thought that myself a few times, that how would players, older players, get on in this day and age of football. As we've had some absolutely awesome players in the past, but it would be interesting to see how they would deal with the modern game. So, we're waiting for this corner, guys. But the referee just having a word with players in the box at the moment, as there's quite a bit of pushing and shoving going on. So come on, that's it. Right, so finally the corner comes in. It's deep, but goes straight to the goalkeeper. And that relieves the pressure for Scotland. So Scotland be able to build again from the back now. So now Scotland with the possession as they knock the ball long on that far side, and a challenge for the ball on the far side. And so it's a poor one. The Scotland forward there knocked over on his feet, claims for a foul, but referee giving nothing. So Norway back in possession as they bring the ball forward now to the halfway line on the far side of the pitch. A lot of the possession at the minute on the far side of the pitch, guys. Scotland now winning it back on the halfway line. And so they pass it back to the goalkeeper. Now the goalkeeper with a long ball down the centre of the park as it's challenged by both sets of players, and it's Norway that eventually come away with the possession. So Norway just knocking it about at the minute on the halfway line. Still just slowing this game down at the minute, Norway, with this possession on the halfway line. So now Scotland have won back possession as they push up now towards the halfway line. Pushing Denmark, Norway back in. That's because of last night's game. Norway being pushed back into their own half of the field. Scotland just knocking it about at the minute in their own half. And so now try to bring the ball forward again. But as they do, they struggle to keep the ball in play on this near side. And it's gone out for throwing. So throwing to Norway as they get us back underway. Playing the possession back to the halfway line. Norway coming forward now towards the edge of the box. Sorry, I don't know what's going on in that camera feed. And now ball out to this near side. Cross comes in. And it's headed behind. And that will be a goal kick to Scotland. So yeah, thanks for that, Ben. Interesting question, that, mate. Interesting. I think that can apply to a number of old players. Nat Lofthouse comes to mind. Robbie Fowler. And I'd love to have seen how Henry would do today as well up against the likes of Haaland. I think, I don't know what you guys think, but I think Henry might have actually scored more goals in this day and age, because I don't know whether you guys agree, but I think in Henry's time, I don't know. Obviously, it's just a theory. There's no proper research, whatever you want to call it. It's just my own personal theory, but I do think that Henry played against tougher defences than we have today. So I think Henry coming back would be interesting, Ben. See how he would get on against these modern day defences. Be interesting. It would be interesting. But like I say, I just don't think defending is as I don't think defensive players are as good today as what they were back in the 90s when Henry was playing. So I just think, like I say, it's just a theory, but I do think that maybe he might score more goals in this day and age. Don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree? You think that strikers of the past, the likes of Henry, Steve McManaman, Robbie Fowler, these kind of players, do you think they would have scored more goals today in this more modern day football? We're talking, what, Henry now, 20 years ago since he was scoring goals, something like that. Robbie Fowler even longer. I think, what, we're going back 30 years, something like that now with Robbie Fowler, maybe a bit more. Same with Andy Cole. How would he get on today? Would he be scoring more goals? It's a great question, Ben. Stevie's saying, please hit the like button and follow. Nice one, Stevie. Yes, guys, please do hit that like button and consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. Would be appreciated. So top man, thanks, Stevie. Ben saying, I was about to say about hitting the like button, Stevie. Okay, nice one, Ben. Well, thank you anyway, mate. No worries. Cheers, guys. Really do appreciate you guys mentioning it occasionally. As you know, I don't like to bang on about it too much. So ball on the far side for Scotland now as they come forward. with a ball into the box, but it's not a good. Well, it is a good delivery, but nobody there to get on the end of it, and it goes out of play. Stevie's saying, cheers, Ben. Nice one, Stevie, top man. Thank you, mate. Joey, how's it going, mate? Welcome to the show. Joey saying, hi, Gaz, mate. What's the score? 0-0, mate, at the minute. It's currently 0-0. As Stevie's already told you anyway, mate. 30, just coming up to 33 minutes gone, guys. And still 0-0. And this is not the most exciting game at all. Really slow build-up. Both teams. Well, I'd say it's Norway that the more team that's slowing the game down more. It's just that Scotland are not having much of the possession, so they're quite reliant on the pace of the game coming from Norway. Well, when Norway having majority of the possession, so with Norway having the majority of the possession, they're setting the tempo of the game, and they're content to play it slow and just keep possession for large spells at the back. So Scotland just knocked a ball long up into the Denmark half. Goalkeepers come across to intercept it and ended up miss-kicking it, and the ball's gone out on this near side for a throw-in. So, yeah, hi. Nice one, Joey. Welcome to the show, mate. Good to have you with us. So yeah, top man, Stevie. Appreciate you letting Joey know. Joey saying, nice one. Cheers, Stevie. Top stuff, guys. You guys are absolute class. Joey saying, come on, Scotland. Absolutely. Yeah, come on, Scotland. Let's hope they can get a result in this. So we just had the throw-in taken. Ball came into the box, and it was deep. But it's eventually ricocheted out on that far side for another throw-in. Joey saying, really interesting debate, that, Gaz. Also, Alan Shearer comes to mind. Yes, absolutely, Joey. Yeah, you're right. It was actually Ben that started the debate, to be fair, about that with former players, because he was asking about George Best. But yeah, you're right, Joey. Definitely an interesting debate. I think, yeah, Alan Shearer. What would he score more goals? There's so many top strikers from the past that would be really interesting to see in the modern day game, wouldn't there? To see how fluent they would be, whether the defenses are better. I don't think they're better anyway. I think defenses are not as good as they used to be. But then again, you got to think, likes of Robbie Fowler, even like Joey's pointing out, Alan Shearer. These kind of players were older players playing in an older time period, and you've got to remember what we've got to take into account, guys, is the pitch qualities back then wasn't as good. Not every pitch was pitch perfect, so to speak. You go back to the 80s, and even the old First Division, a lot of games played on pitches that were nowhere near the standard of what we got today. You had goal mouths that had, you had goal boxes or goal mouths, whatever you want to call it, that had literally no turf on the ground in front of goal. So players, just ripping up the turf, and the groundsman just unable to keep up with the intensity of the amount of games on the pitch. They didn't have all the modern day solar lights and all that kind of stuff to help the grass go like they do today. So yeah, I think it's a fantastic and fascinating debate, really, Joey. Because, like I say, who knows how these older players would have got on? Because I do think that they played on tougher pitches, definitely, and possibly against tougher defenses as well. But that's obviously that's saying the tougher defences, that's obviously up to each individual person's opinion in it. But my opinion, I think the defences were tougher back in the 80s and 90s for strikers to actually try and, get in behind defences. But that's just my opinion. As I say, guys, if you think differently, let me know. So Norway in possession as they come forward now, working the ball out to this near side. Sorry, the commentary is not great, guys, but this game is not great at all. Long ball out to that far side for Norway as now Scotland have won it back. And now Scotland coming racing forward as they work their way towards the edge of the Norway box, but unable to keep possession there as Norway just managing to challenge for it on the edge of the box. And now Norway will build from the back. But yet again, this is what I mean. Norway really slowing this game down, guys. Scotland, when they do get possession, they're not having a lot of possession, but when they do get it, they're trying to get forward. They're trying to create chances. Norway are trying to get forward and create chances, but they're doing it a lot slower. They're content to just keep possession for large periods of the game on the halfway line. And they're not rushing to push forward all the time. So I don't know how you want to word it. There is no other way to describe it, guys. They're just slowing the game down. They are coming forward occasionally, but it's slow. And they're happy to just keep possession as they try to come forward slowly down that far side. Scotland winning the possession back, though. And now we've got a foul on the Scotland player. That's John McGinley being fouled on that far side of the pitch. A large boo comes from the Scotland fans. So ball kicked long from the free kick as the goalkeeper took it. Now it's knocked back in the direction of the Scotland goal, and now we've got claims for a foul on, I'm not sure if it's Haaland with a foul or foul on Haaland. It was an off-the-ball incident with Haaland and one of the Scotland players. I like that. The Scotland players just mauled him. He's just mauled him. And you're the best player in the world and you can't deal with that. Haaland has just been mauled by Hendry, the Scotland defender. Well done, lad. I'm proud of you. Sorry, guys. I love it when I see players getting physical like that to do what's right for the team. But he's going to be riding a tightrope now for the rest of the game, running with a yellow card. So it's funny, but he's now put himself in a vulnerable position for the rest of the game because he got the yellow card off the referee for that. So 41 minutes gone, guys, and we've got a goal kick, should I say, with the Scotland goalkeeper taking it now. So long ball forward out to that far side of the pitch as Norway head it back in the direction it came from, and now Scotland pick it up midway inside their own half before knocking it back to the goalkeeper. How can you commentate on a game when both teams keep doing is passing backwards? Now a long ball forward by Scotland, but it's headed on, and then Norway head it on as well and head it back to the goalkeeper. So thanks for that, Joey. Yeah, got to agree with you, mate. I really do like that debate. Joey also saying, saw an article the other day, looks like Bolton have a new pitch laid. Looks like Bolton having a new pitch laid. Yeah, I did I did read about that earlier in the season, actually, that there was mention. I've not seen it in the summer, but I know earlier in the season just gone, obviously, there was quite a bit of conversation in the local newspaper, Bolton Evening News, saying about the plans for the pitch to be upgraded or relayed and stuff. So yeah, I did know it was being planned, but I didn't know it was going ahead. So yeah, thanks for that, Joey. The new owners have got their fingers in a lot of pies at the minute at Bolton. I've not been reading about every last bit of it, but some of it is kind of, I don't know, just got me questioning whether their intentions are entirely football, because they seem to have brought in some mad scheme to generate extra income that I'm not convinced by. I've not read all the details on it, but I don't know if it sounds good or not. But we'll see. We'll see how it pans out. But yeah, thanks for that, Joey. I think the main thing I'm looking forward to hearing off Bolton is that we've signed a goalkeeper, because I'm hoping we're going to sign a decent goalkeeper, because obviously Trafford's gone back to Manchester City. So we're going to need a replacement for him. I'm not sure if the reserve goalkeeper's up to scratch. Not been a lot come out of the club about that at the minute. Have you seen, Joey, how many players Liverpool being linked with? Flipping heck. Ball now down that far side with Norway. Scotland challenged for it, winning it back. But eventually the ball goes out of play. Apologies, guys. This is the game not good to commentate on at the minute. It's very cagey, very scrappy. Ball going out of play a lot for a lot of throw-ins. And we've not had... We've had a few opportunities on goal from both sides, but nothing, not an awful lot, not as much as you would expect. But you got to think, guys, I suppose we've got to give the players a little bit of a break. You know, it's the end of the season. They've had 2 or 3 weeks off, some players. Now they've got to come back and play international football at a hotter time of year. So, you know, maybe, I don't know. I don't want to make excuses for them, because we've seen the other international teams managing to get themselves going. So let's hope Norway and Scotland do the same in the second half, because this first half has not been anything to shout about. Now the ball kicked long by the Norway goalkeeper up to the halfway line as Scotland intercept it. Just to let you guys know, we've just had a minute added on. Sorry, excuse me, guys. 1 minute added on time at the end of this first half. So Scotland with the possession now on the far side as a cross comes in and it's headed away, knocked up the field as it goes out of play on that far side for a throw-in. Been loads of throw-ins in this game, guys. Absolutely loads. So throwing comes in as Scotland now trying to play it towards the Norway box on the far side as they cut it back into the centre. And now so they were just building towards the box and the referee's blown the half-time whistle. I've never seen that before. Normally, at least referees, before they blow the whistle, they normally at least allow the final passage of play to be completed. So yeah, Joey, have you seen how many players Scotland being linked with at the minute, mate? Sorry, not Scotland. Sorry, Liverpool. You guys been hearing a lot of news articles I've been reading about Liverpool. Gutted to see James Milner leave the club. I believe Klopp wanted to keep him, but the owners apparently wanted different. They wanted to let him go, and he's gone and signed for Brighton now, hasn't he? So still got something to offer, Milner, and I'm sure he's going to be an asset to Brighton. But I don't expect. Well, I don't know. He'll probably get more starts, but even though he probably get more starts, he probably isn't going to get full 90-minute games. I wouldn't expect. Going to probably get substituted a lot more for Brighton. Mind you, he was getting substituted quite a bit for Liverpool at times, wasn't he? So just bear me a second, guys. I'm just trying to bring the match stats up for you guys. So just bear me a second, guys. I'm just sharing on the screen with you guys the match stats so you guys can see how the game is gone in numbers. So there we go, guys. As you can see, there's the game in numbers, how it's gone. Shots, this gives you a good idea of how poor the game has been going forward. Only 3 shots from Norway, 1 shot from Scotland, 1 on target for Norway. So we've had a total of 4 shots in 45 minutes. 4 shots on goal between the two teams. That can kind of gives you an indication of just how disappointing this game has been attacking wise. So possession, 70% possession for Norway, 30% possession for Scotland. Passes, 343 for Norway, 141 for Scotland. Pass accuracy, 86% for Norway, 80% for Scotland. Fouls, 2 for Norway, 4 for Scotland. Yellow cards, 2 for Scotland, none for Norway. No red cards, no offsides, and corners, 1 for Norway, 2 for Scotland. So there you go, guys. That brings you bang up to date with how it's gone in numbers. As I say, with you can see 4 shots on goal in total from both teams. That kind of gives you an idea of why the game's been difficult to commentate on, guys. So, yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Joey also saying, yeah, mate, it's doing my head in, being so many rumours over the last few weeks. Yeah, about players, I know, mate, absolute shocking. I know apparently, I don't know if there's any truth to this as well, but apparently Mo Salah has had an offer from PSG that he's turned down. I don't know if you guys have heard about that, but yeah, apparently he had an offer from PSG. It's been reported. I think that was that in the Liverpool Echo? I saw that article. I'm not sure. Joey saying absolutely gutted, Milner gone. Still think he had something to give us. Absolutely, yeah, of course he did, mate. And one thing he would always give you is work rate and effort. And I think that's what Klopp identified in him. That's why Klopp wanted to keep him. But unfortunately, this is what happens when owners interfere with team decisions. And I think that's one thing that's becoming more evident in the modern day game, guys. We've got a lot more owners buying football clubs that want to interfere in what's going on the pitch and what's going on with the coaches. What's the point in hiring a coach if you don't let the coach do his job? Perfect evidence of that is what's gone on at Scotland last. Sorry, why do I keep that? Because we're doing the Scotland game. Sorry, guys. What went on at Chelsea last season? First year in charge for the new owners, and they completely turn the club on its head, mess everything up, get rid of a successful manager, bring in loads of new players on long contracts and like record long contracts, mess up the team structure, mess up the coaching structure, and then expect to still pick up results. shows that the owners don't know as much about football as they think they do. It's about time it stopped, guys. But it won't stop as long as fans don't come together. To me, the only way we're going to get change in football with things like that, with anything, from a fan's perspective of what fans want to see a change in football, is fans coming together. I keep saying it, and I will keep saying it. And hopefully, in time, we'll get some fans to recognise what we're trying to do on Fan Den, and that we want to try and help fans have a better voice in football. That's all we want to do. We want to do it with respect, but we've got to, guys. We've got to. If we leave the game to carry on in the direction that it's going, with it, big decisions about the future of the game being made by people in suits with no fan input, I'm sorry, the future of the game is in big, big trouble. Big, big trouble, because we will end up in 50 years' time, I reckon, if it carries on like this, we could end up in 50 years' time with half of the lower league clubs just gone, just vanished, because they cannot keep up with the financial pressures of the modern day game. Is that really what we want? Do we really want to see half of the football pyramid just disappear over the next potentially 50, 60, 70 years, because they not because they're not able to get fans, or not because they're not able to sell tickets, but just because they can't keep up with the demands of the modern game and the players themselves? So yeah, interesting to think about, guys. Joe is saying, yeah, apparently Salah has turned down a few offers. Yeah, well, I'm quite happy to see Paris Saint-Germain keep failing to get what they want, because, I mean, obviously we can accuse Manchester City of trying to buy the league and trying to buy Europe. We can certainly accuse them of that because of their rich owners. But I think it's it's a lot more evident at Paris Saint-Germain that they are actually trying to buy the Champions League. They've gone out and bought Messi. They've gone out and bought Mbappe, they've bought Neymar, and it's been a flop. It's been a very expensive front three that's been a complete flop, because they haven't produced what PSG are wanting them to produce, which is consistent wins in the Champions League. So as soon as one season goes by and it don't work, then they're wanting to pinch somebody else's player, and now they're wanting to try and get Mo Salah. Just shows that they're just chucking money at it and trying to buy the Champions League. That's the reality of it. Let me know what you guys think, though. Do you agree or do you disagree? So let's quickly go around the grounds, guys, and see what's going on in the other games at half time before we get back to the second half. So we've only got a few games kicking off early, guys. We had a few kickoffs earlier on today with Lithuania playing Bulgaria and Luxembourg playing Liechtenstein. Both of those full-time results, with Lithuania drawing 1-1 with Bulgaria. Luxembourg winning 2-0 against Liechtenstein. Half-time results, guys. Azerbaijan 0, Estonia 1, Montenegro 0, Hungary 0, and as we know, Norway, Scotland 0-0 right here. Also, one game earlier in the international friendlies, Chile played Dominican Republic, winning 5-0. Also, guys, we've got games kicking off later on at 7:45. These are the games coming up later tonight. Albania v Moldova, Belgium v Austria, Cyprus v Georgia, Faroe Islands v Czech Republic, Iceland v Slovakia, and Portugal v Bosnia and Herzegovina. I can never say that name. It's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? So yeah, those are the games coming up this evening. And I'd say probably the most exciting game that looks out of that lot is probably Belgium v Austria. So Joey's saying it's madness. Some of these rich owners think they can buy a club and buy the league competition. You're absolutely right, Joey. It is absolute madness, isn't it? But that seems to be the fashionable thing in the rich man's world these days. Buy a Premier League club or buy a Champions League club and try and, just pump money into it to just win trophies. Basically trying to buy trophies. It's madness. I totally agree. Like I say, I don't know whether we could. Obviously, City could be accused of it, couldn't they? They certainly can because they've had rich man's money come into the club, so they could certainly be accused of it. But they've built the team gradually, piece at a time. So I suppose they've got a little bit of a defence in how they've built their team. They've not gone, like Paris Saint-Germain splashing £200 million checks out, have they? But Paris Saint-Germain definitely guilty of trying to buy the Champions League. I don't care what any fan says. That is exactly. You don't go out and chuck money at buy Neymar, Mbappe, and Messi if you're not trying to buy the Champions League. How much is that front free cost them? How much does it cost them? Yeah, I'm sure Paris Saint-Germain would say if they'd won the Champions League, it'd be worth it. But without winning the Champions League, it's a very expensive front free to win a Tin Pot Cup in the French league. Because let's be honest, guys, no disrespect to the French, but their league is Tin Pot right now. It really is Tin Pot because nobody else is getting anywhere near winning the league apart from Paris Saint-Germain. So it's Tin Pot. I know that some fans would argue that that could apply to other leagues like Scotland, but at least in Scotland, two teams challenge for the league, Rangers and Celtic, and they're not owned by rich owners that are trying to just chuck money at it to, win. So, like I say, the Paris Saint-Germain not only damaged their own club, they're actually damaging the French league, in my opinion. But there you go. It's all about opinions, football, guys. Let me know your thoughts on it. But I agree, Joey. Absolute madness, mate. Joey also saying football doesn't work like that. No, it doesn't. Yeah, you're right, mate. Trying to by the league or the competition. You're right, mate. Look, if it did work like that, then somebody would have bought Nottingham Forest by now and had them catching up to Liverpool with a trophy total, wouldn't they? Do you know what I mean? But as you say, it don't work like that. That's why nobody's gone and bought Nottingham Forest and said, "Yeah, let's close the gap on Liverpool's European trophy haul. We're the closest to it. Let's close the gap." But it's not as simple as that, is it? But unfortunately, some of these businessmen think that it's just a toy, don't they? Joey also saying the more this happens, unfortunately, it's gonna have a big impact on the lower leagues. Unfortunately, you're right, Joey. It is going to have an impact on but that's what I'm worried about. Are we going to end up in the future where we have half the Scottish league, half the English league that just disappear, just go into oblivion because they can't afford to keep up with the financial pace of the modern day game? It's a real worry, and you've got to worry about it, guys, because you've got to think, even though we don't think much of these lower league clubs, they do contribute to the football world by identifying young players in their local community and bringing them through their academies and selling them to other bigger clubs and stuff like that. That's how it all works. It all filters from the bottom and all works its way to the surface. It's like when you pour a glass of Coke, the bubbles sink, all the gas in the Coke rises to the top and all comes to the surface. Football's the same with youth players coming through their local clubs. Their local club sells it to a bit slightly bigger club, makes a little bit of money. Then that club maybe give the players some game time and then sell it to another bigger club. And that's how it all works. And that's, so like you say, it's very concerning, very concerning. But we are back underway now, guys, as the players just coming out and Scotland getting us back underway as they work the ball out to this near side. So I agree with that, Joey. Also, Joey saying it's about time the football organisation did something to protect the smaller local teams. Far too many in trouble. I've got to totally agree with you, Joey. You're spot on there, mate. But unfortunately, as we know, some of the people in the Football League, in the EFL, the FA, the Premier League, the SPFL, some of these people are not involved for the right reasons. They're not involved for the best interests of football. They're involved for the best interests of themselves. And if we talk about Scottish League, well, that's a whole different ballgame, because I've had lots of Scottish fans telling me that they feel that there's an imbalance in the SPFL with representation from Rangers and Celtic within the SPFL structure. So I don't know. Like I say, I'm still learning a lot about Scottish football. I keep learning more every season that goes by, but obviously I don't know Scottish football as well as Scotland fans know it. But yeah, I've had a number of Scotland fans tell me that they feel that there's bias within the SPFL structure. So I don't know. We got a shot now from Denmark on the edge of the box as the goalkeeper gets down low to that and saves it comfortably. So Scotland now will build it back again for the back. Just bear me a second, guys. I will come back to your comments in a moment. I'm just going to quickly change the screens. Sorry, guys. So there we go. So thanks for that, Joey. Yeah, top comment, mate. Top comment. Scotland now in possession on the halfway line as they work the ball out to that far side. Just knocking it about at the moment on the halfway line now. They just play the ball down the middle. And now Scotland coming towards the edge of the box. Shot comes in from distance. And it's a good save by the goalkeeper. But McGinn there with a good shot from distance. GB, welcome to the show, mate. Welcome to Football Fan Den. GB saying Scotland is still run by money for two teams, though. Okay, mate. Well, yeah, fair enough. Obviously, I'm presuming that's a meaning about the imbalance in the SPFL. That's at least an indication of the imbalance in the SPFL with Rangers and Scotland. But yeah, I agree, GB. I agree, mate. I agree that it's not fair the way the money's not filtering down to the likes of the other teams in the SPFL. Premiership does seem to be that Rangers and Celtic are getting the lion's share. Scotland now coming racing into the box on that far side as a last-ditch challenge comes in from Norway, and that's has gone out of play on the far side for a corner. So good spell of play here from Scotland as at the start of this second half. But yeah, Ryan Christie there coming charging into the box all on his own and ended up surrounded by 3 Norway defenders. So not a surprise he lost the ball, but at least he managed to win the corner for Scotland. So thanks for that, GB. And as I say, mate, welcome to Football Fan Den UK. Good to have you with us, mate. Corner taken short for Scotland on the far side. as they try to work the ball into the box and do, but then quickly lose it to Norway. It's Norway now kick the ball long down that far side of the pitch as Scotland challenge for it. But Haaland winning a foul as he won the possession and then tried to break, but challenge coming in from the Scotland defender. Very minimal contact there, really. But he just took a little, all it was, he got the ball and he just took a little bit of a, I don't know why the Scotland player was doing that. I don't know if it was McTominay there, but he just lashed out a foot and caught him on the foot, and that was enough to foul Haaland. So now Norway with a cross into the box from the free kick, and it's headed just wide of this near side post. So thanks for that, GB. As I say, welcome to Football Fan then, mate. Joey's saying, laugh out loud, all that money spent and PSG still not won Champions League. I know, Joey. I know. It is quite funny, isn't it, mate? It is quite. And they've just lost Messi and all, because Messi obviously were only with them for 2 years. And now he's gone to Miami, hasn't he? So amazing that they didn't achieve nothing while he's been at the club. Even one of the best players in the world couldn't help them find a way to win the Champions League. So I've got a throw in on this near side for Scotland, taken and knocked straight out of play. And that will be a goal kick. GB is saying the problem is your national teams are filled with teams that are 10th or below because they're locals. So we've got another foul on this near side of the pitch. It's bloody warm. And Kieran Tierney being yellow carded. Sorry, guys. Sorry, GB. I just getting a bit hot and bothered there. Sorry, mate. So, yeah, GB saying the problem is your national teams are filled with teams that are 10th or below because they're local. I'm not following that, GB. How do you mean? Are you meaning the problem is national teams are filled with teams? Are you meaning when you say team? Are you meaning players? Players from that are 10th or below because they're locals. Is that? I'm confused with the comment, GB. Are you meaning where you've said here teams? National teams are filled with teams. Is that meant to mean players filled with players that are 10th or below because they're locals? Or am I reading it? That's really confusing. So sorry, GB. Please just clarify what you mean by that, if you could, mate. I'm not following it very well. I'm reading it now about 5 times here, trying to make sense of it, but I just don't get what you mean. I'm not sure if you're meaning players going into the national team. Or are you meaning that lower league teams are struggling because they've only got access to local players? I'm sorry, GB. I'm not following that comment very well, mate. My bad. So yeah, if you could clarify what you mean, although there is a bit extra here. GB saying thumbs up, mate. Thank you very much, GB. Apologies, I can't understand your previous comment. I'm just not following that very well. Like I said, I don't know if you've typed in the wrong word there, or the spell check thing on your phone or something has miscorrected it. So yeah, apologies about that, but thank you very much, GB. Appreciate it if you have hit the thumbs up if that's what you're meaning. Top man, thank you, mate. Joey saying hi, GB. Nice one, Joey. Top man, loving the positivity, mate, as always from you. GB saying good day, Joey, man. Nice one, mate. Top man, thank you. Love it to see you guys making the effort to welcome each other. So we've got Norway on the attack down that far side at the moment. It's bloody warm, guys. Actually, I'm going to plug my fan in to cool it down a bit because it is a bit warm. Haaland now on the edge of the box for Norway. As he goes down, claims for a penalty. But eventually, Norway get the shot off, but it's high and over the bar. But claims for a penalty as Haaland went to the ground just on, well, I would say just on the edge of the box. He's got hold of his arm. He's definitely got hold of his arm. But yeah, no penalty given. Apparently just been a VAR check, but no penalty given. So that's good news. Scotland getting away with a little bit of luck there. Oh, it's bloody warm today, guys. So ball out on this near side for a throw into Scotland as they throw it long now up into the Norway half of the field. So nice one, Joey. GB saying tonight Scotland don't hate Denmark. Okay, mate. I think maybe that's a little bit of rivalry there with Northern Ireland from GB. So fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Scotland now coming forward on this near side of the pitch. And now Scotland getting in behind. Cross comes in, but it's blocked off by Denmark at the near post. And eventually, ball deflects out to this near side and goes out for a throw-in. But yeah, all done that by Andy Robertson on this near side. So yeah, thanks DGB. As I said, I think that's a bit of banter. I removed my cushion, but it just doesn't feel right sitting without it. Joey saying, cool. Yeah, I'm rooting for Scotland. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Me too. Definitely want Scotland to get the win tonight. If they can. That would be awesome. So throwing on this near side for Scotland, midway inside Norway's half of the field as they throw it long towards the box. Now Scotland pick it up as they just knocking it about at the minute as they push back, but still keeping possession as they work the ball out to that far side now. And now Scotland trying to build from the halfway line, but Norway pushing them all the way back to their own goal as the goalkeeper kicks it long now. Why has Scotland just done that? Why have they just done that? It's so poor from Scotland, that. Really so poor. So Denmark now with the possession as and now we have got a penalty as Haaland gone down in the box, and it's Portuus that has given away the penalty. bear with me a second, guys. I will explain in a moment a bit more detail what's going on. Just so yeah, we're about to have a penalty. So I've got to be honest, guys. This is Scotland's own doing that's created this opportunity for Denmark. I'll explain in a moment. As Haaland puts the ball on the spot. Oh, and he's slotted it into that far side of the post. Goalkeeper going the right way, but unable to keep it out. And Haaland gives Norway the lead. So Norway 1, Scotland 0. So, guys, let me just explain what happened there. So Scotland had possession in the Denmark box. They took the throw in, threw the ball towards the box, got the ball in the box. Yes, they was pressed a little bit by Denmark, but because Scotland was so focused on keeping possession, instead of playing forward and just trying to build another attack as the ball came out, it went into the box, it came out of the box. They were still in possession midway inside the Norway half of the field. But instead of rebuilding from midway inside halfway of the field where they could have done, they played it all the way back to the halfway line and then played it all the way back to the goalkeeper. And then the goalkeeper kicked it long. And when he kicked it long, back up to our halfway line, they gave the ball straight back to Norway. Absolutely nuts to do that, because by actually trying to keep possession and playing it all the way back to the goalkeeper's just kicked it long and give it straight back to Norway anyway. So what is the point in playing it all the way back to the goalkeeper for the goalkeeper to kick it long up the field to just give the possession back to Norway when you're trying to not give the possession? You're playing it all the way back to the goalkeeper to not give possession to Norway. But then the goalkeeper kicks it long and gives the possession to Norway. Then they come forward, there's a foul in the box, and you end up with a penalty. It's absolutely nuts. This is why I get frustrated watching teams playing backwards so many times, guys. Because when you are playing backwards, you are not attacking. You're playing a cautious game. You're being overly cautious. Don't get me wrong, I accept. Sometimes you need to come backwards to go forwards to keep the possession and keep the momentum because the other team press the ball. I get that. But Norway was not pressing the ball, and Scotland still chose to pass it all the way back to the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper then just blasted it long up to the halfway line, gave the possession back to Denmark, and all they did was come down the near side, one ping into the box, and you've got a penalty. So there you go, guys. Scotland created their own problem there by showing too much respect or too much fear or not enough belief in their own ability to attack. They had the momentum. They was in the Denmark half of the field. They brought the ball out of the box. They played it outside the box where then Denmark started to ease off pressing the ball. Scotland could have built another attack from that midway position inside their half of the field. But they didn't. They played it back to the halfway line and then continued to play it back further all the way back to the goalkeeper. Absolute madness. What are they working on in training that they would do that? I don't understand that. Being overcautious has just cost Scotland a goal. So, yeah. Let me know what you thoughts on it, guys. We're just having a substitution. Tierney coming off, and it's Cooper coming on. Like I say, guys, you might not agree with what I'm saying. Believe me, I want Scotland to win. I do. I really want Scotland to win. But we have to give constructive criticism. And when they're doing stuff like that, it's so obvious that they're playing too cautiously, and they've just cost the team a goal. Well, I'd love to know what you guys make of it. Like I say, this is why I'm stressed sometimes when I say about not just with Scotland, with many other UK nations, UK teams, clubs. We've seen it so many times where they're playing this cautious approach, playing backwards to be safe. And it can actually work against you if you're trying to be too cautious and too safe. But let me know your thoughts on it, guys. Joey's saying, cool. Yeah, I'm rooting for Scotland. Yep. Nice one, Joey. As Joey is always right behind most UK or all UK nations, actually, to be fair, apart from obviously they're playing each other. GB saying Hungary should win, and I have a sneaky that Azerbaijan will draw. Okay, GB, yeah, that's an interesting shout, mate. Fair enough. So, yeah, GB giving us some thoughts on how some of the other games might turn out. So, throwing on this near side as Scotland win another throw-in. Now a long crossfield ball from Andy Robertson out to that far side as Scotland come forward now towards the edge of the Norway box. Now Scotland play the ball through, trying to get in behind, but Norway managing to knock it away. And now Scotland, I'm not sure about that. Scotland player just gone down on the edge of the box, claims for a foul, but it's, I'm not surprised the referee didn't give that because it did look a bit divish. Scotland now working the ball out to this near side before passing it back to the halfway line. Joey's saying, yeah, I agree. Hungary should win that one. Azerbaijan got some work to do. Think they are losing at the moment. We'll check the other results in a moment. Let's go on. Let's just have a quick look, see if we can see what's going on in the other games. So, yeah, Azerbaijan are currently 1-1 with Estonia. Montenegro currently 0-0 with Hungary. And as we know, Norway 1-up against Scotland right here. So, yeah, that's the way the other games are going at the moment, guys. Obviously, as you guys are aware, there's some more games this evening. So, thanks for that, Joey. Scotland currently with the possession on the halfway line. Stevie said, please hit the like button and follow. Yeah, thanks, Stevie. Top man. Yeah, guys, please do hit that like button. Doesn't cost you nothing, and it does help a little bit with the channel. So please do, if you haven't already, would be appreciated. And consider subscribing if you're new. Give us a chance, see if you like what the Fan Den project is about. Nice one, Stevie. GB saying, all good, mate. Huge delays. So we've got a foul in the centre circle. GB saying huge delays. I'm not. What do you mean by huge delays? Are you slowing the game down? I'm not sure if that's what that means. But GB also saying meant Norway. Yeah, they have been slowing the game down. Norway now on the attack though, on this near side as they come towards the edge of the Scotland box, and now a shot from distance, and it's just wide of that far side post. Really good effort there, to be fair, from Norway. Beautiful curling shot, but as I say, just wide of that far side post, and Scotland really need to get themselves going now. They did in the early stages of this second half, but they seem to be being caught on the counter-attack a little bit more in this second half. especially now they've conceded that goal. So corner on the far side for Norway. Corner comes in. GB saying, who said Denmark, Norway, man? It might have been me, mate. Might have been me. I've since last night's game, I've been getting confused with Denmark and Norway. It's because they're both Scandinavian countries. Their flags are similar. Their colours they're playing are similar. So yeah, and obviously, it's just me getting confused. Probably me, mate. My apologies if I've been getting confused, mentioning them the wrong way around. Like I say, we were doing Denmark game last night with Northern Ireland, and somebody in the chat mentioned the game tonight. So I last night started getting confused with Denmark and Norway, and it's just carried straight on into today. So apologies, guys. Sometimes I don't normally follow a lot of international football. I've only been getting back into it since I started building Fandom. I've lost a bit. I don't really take much interest in international football when it comes to a proper tournament, because when you're an England fan, guys, international football in qualifications is a majority of the time it's boring. It's boring because England seem to regularly get drawn against boring teams that are predictable. England go through the motions, get a few goals, and it's just a boring game. The only time it's enjoyable watching England play normally is when we actually get to a tournament and start coming up against decent opposition. The rest of the time, it's just boring. So yeah, as I say, guys, probably because I'm a little bit more interested in club football than international football. So yeah, apologies, GB, if that was me getting confused with the two, mate. So Norway currently in possession. 72 minutes gone, guys. Still Norway 1, Scotland 0. Norway coming forward now down that far side as they managed to get a ball in behind. But I'm not sure if that was actually a shot, but goalkeeper gathers it quite comfortably and now gets Scotland moving again and building again from the back. We've got Andy Robertson down on the pitch holding his leg. So let's hope that's not serious. GB saying Azerbaijan 1, Estonia 1. Thanks, mate. Thank you very much for the update, GB. Joey saying, think because we was talking about Denmark, Gaz just slipped up. Yeah, I did, mate. I did. My apologies, guys. My apologies. It happens occasionally. I'm doing that many games, one after the other. Sometimes it does happen where I get confused with names or club names or players' names. It does happen occasionally. You got to think sometimes, guys, I'm going to work every day and then I'm coming home. I'm jumping on different games every day. I've noticed that the longer I've been doing it, the more it does seem that some days when you're a bit more tired, not as fully focused, it can be easier to make mistakes. So apologies for that, guys. Just bear with me. Always remember, I am always working to get better at this and try and improve. So as time goes on, hopefully I'll be able to cut out more of the mistakes. But for now, guys, you just have to bear with me as I continue to learn to improve and keep improving how to do match commentaries. As I say, I've always been honest, guys. I'm not trained by no big TV media companies. I'm trying to teach myself how to do match watch-alongs and at the same time interact with you guys in the chat to try and get that balance of both right. I don't think there's many other YouTubers that are actually trying to do that. I'm not saying they aren't doing match watch along, but they're not trying to keep you up to date with what's going on in the game and talk to you at the same time, which is what I'm trying to teach myself to do. We've had games where I've done it really well and then other games where I haven't done it as well. But like I say, tiredness, practice, all momentum, repetitiveness, all these kind of factors kick in. But if I keep doing it, I'm convinced, or I'm confident that eventually I will start to hopefully get better at it, and then start to master a really good style to do with it. But it's just going to take practice for the now, and it means occasionally mistakes with naming teams and players. So yeah, thank you very much for that, Joey. Appreciate the understanding, guys. And as I say, apologies for the times when I do get a bit tongue-tied or a bit confused. Joey saying yes. Prediction on GB. Prediction on GB. What do you mean, Joey? So Scotland now coming out from the back. Joey, what do you mean, mate? Your prediction on GB. All right. No, as about GB there was giving us the result for the other game, wasn't he? So yeah, was that a prediction? Or was that a prediction, or was that me reading it wrong? Azerbaijan, Estonia. Are they playing now? Azerbaijan, Estonia. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. I wasn't thought I've read that wrong then. But yeah, it is. It's GB giving us the result in that other game. So I wasn't sure if I got that wrong. So apologies. But yeah, Joey, what your prediction on GB? That's confusing me, that one, Joey. So Scotland now in possession on the halfway line. Let's hope they can get a goal. Come on, Scotland. So now Scotland with a long ball out to this near side as Robertson with the possession, but Norway managing to challenge and win it back and try to play out from this near corner, but Scotland challenging for it, but eventually Norway do come away with the ball. So we're going to play it down in the centre of the park here at the moment, guys, as the ball just kicked out of play on that far side for a stoppage while the Denmark player receives treatment. I'm not sure if it's cramp related or an injury. And we're having a substitution for Scotland. Callum McGregor coming off and Billy Gilmore coming on. Been really struggling, Billy Gilmore, and he's not been getting as much game time for Brighton as he would have liked. And obviously that's going to impact on him getting starts for the Scottish national team as well. Also having another substitution here, guys, as Potterus comes off and Kenny McLean comes on. GB is saying there's a winner in that game still. Fanden is speaking truth, though. Thank you very much, GB. Nice of you to say, mate. Appreciate the positive comment. Are you talking about the Azerbaijan game, that there's a goal still in that for a winner? Let's hope there's another goal in this one, mate, for Scotland. I think a point away from home against Norway would be an half-decent result. So let's hope Scotland can find a winner in this final 10 minutes of the game as Denmark knock the ball towards the edge of the Scotland box and Haaland nods it towards the keeper. Just giving the possession back to Scotland, I think, now with that stoppage for the player injured. And now we can just hear the bagpipes at the far end of the ground. I love that. So Scotland fans making their voice heard now as they sing the national anthem, trying to encourage the Scotland players to find that extra 5-10%. And Scotland now just knocking it about on their own half of the field. That's it, lad. You play the pipes. I love it. That's great encouragement for the players. So now Scotland coming forward towards the halfway line as they now work the ball out to this near side, but forced to pass it back. And now a long crossfield ball out to that far side of the pitch as now Scotland come forward into the Norway half of the field, bringing it back into the centre of the park, but work back out to that far side just as quickly as Scotland just probing Denmark on that far side, and now switching the play out to this near side with a long ball looking for Andy Robertson, but it's cut out by Norway as they intercept it and now play it back up the field as Haaland in behind now. And a foul. We got a foul on the far side as Scotland player there trying to get to that ball, but equally just as he was trying to get to it, Haaland also trying to get to it. And yeah, Haaland's just took out the Scotland player there. Wonder what Mini Mo would make of that. Norway now winning the possession back on the halfway line, and the referee awarding another foul here for Scotland. Taken quickly, the free kick, as Scotland now come forward down that far side towards the edge of the Norway box. Knocked out on the far side, though, as Norway tried to deal with a threat coming from Scotland on the far side of the pitch. Scotland now take the throw in quickly. Now Armstrong brings it into the centre of the park. Cross comes into the box. And, we got a Denmark player down in the box. And the referee blows for a foul. McTominay there looking a bit surprised at that one. So 83 minutes gone, guys. We're about to see triple substitution for Norway. So thanks, GB. Joey saying absolutely, GB. Gaz is very honest with his opinions. Love it. Thank you very much, Joey. Nice of you to say, mate. Out of respect for you guys, I've told you, obviously, to you guys that have been part of the Fandan community for a while, I've said this before, I get fed up with hearing lots of other YouTubers talking crap and blowing smoke just to get clicks. I want to build a channel. I want it to be a success. Of course it is. But I want the channel to have a positive identity, a positive vibe and honestness about it. And I'm the kind of person that just values people being honest. So why would I be disrespectful to give you guys anything less than honest opinions? And I'm not saying I'm always right. I'll hold my hands up. I know I'm not always right, but I always try to be fair and honest with my opinions. So yeah, but very nice to hear that you guys appreciate that. So top man Joey and also GB, really appreciate the positive comments, guys. Thank you. So Norway now in the box as they managed to get a shot off, but it's blocked. And now Scotland with the opportunity to break as they come forward into the centre of the park. And now a strong challenge comes in from Norway as the referee blows for a foul. And Norway player there getting quite high rate. So now Scotland with a free kick as they work the ball down that far side. Tactical foul that, but the referee should have booked him because it was a deliberate and intentional foul to stop Scotland getting forward. Referee not booking the player though. Scotland now with the possession as they just knock it back to the halfway line. And now out to this near side as they come forward now. But quickly forced to come back, but still with the possession. Come on, Scotland, get forward. Let's have another opportunity. Allowing themselves to be pushed back again. Don't pass it back to the goalkeeper. He's going to blast it long, and thankfully he's not. No. Scotland now with the ball out to that far side. Don't blast it. Just play through them. So now Scotland trying to bring it forward through the middle as they do now come forward, getting in behind as managed to get the shot off and they've scored! Get in! Get in! Scotland have scored! And they've levelled the score on 86 and a half minutes. Norway won, Scotland won. Get in! Just as we were starting to think the game might be getting away from the players, they've managed to work it right down the middle and beautiful goal. Maybe those pipes encouraged the lads to go for it. But right down the middle, bit of misconfusion from the Norway defence. But you need that little bit of luck sometimes in the game of football. And Scotland have got a little bit of luck there with the misunderstanding between the Norway players in the defence, miscommunication, whatever. But that's their problem. Scotland have done what they need to do. They kept the pressure on. They kept trying. They kept poking. They kept prodding, and eventually they have got their rewards. So there you go, guys. Scotland have found an equaliser. It's Dykes with the goal. Now Scotland come again with the ball out to that far side as they come racing towards the edge of the box. Cross comes in, and now another opportunity for Scotland, and they've scored! Oh, they've scored a second! Get in! Go on, Scotland! A true smash and grab here from the Titan Army. What a result for Scotland! Unbelievable! Go on! Awesome stuff from Scotland. Can you believe it? Dreamland here for Scotland. Just a cross from that far side into the box, cut back into the goal on this, towards goal on this near side, and then, yeah, just a perfect weighted shot, bang, straight into the near side on the corner of the goal on that far post. Get in, go on, Scotland. Joey's saying, don't worry about it, Gaz. You're doing well. Thank you very much, Joey. You are an absolute legend, mate. Nice of you to say. Sorry, guys. I'm getting a bit excited here seeing Scotland doing a smash and grab in fantastic style against Norway here. Absolutely awesome. And yes, come on, Scotland. Thank you, Joey. You're a star, mate. I really do appreciate the positivity. Joey saying, GB prediction, Azerbaijan draw. They was losing, but just scored. All right, my apologies, guys. Obviously, I'm not following the other games. Trying to keep focused on this game to help to obviously keep you guys up to date as best possible. So apologies for my misunderstanding there. If that's what you guys were saying. My bad, guys. My bad. Sorry. But thank you, Joy, for taking the time to explain, mate. You're a star. So we're about to have a Scotland substitution. 6 minutes added on. Ended it. And it's McGinn coming off, and it's Hyam coming on for Scotland. Joey's saying, so his prediction for a draw is on. Yes. Yeah, sorry, guys. Sorry, GB. I didn't realise you was giving a prediction for that game, mate. My bad. So now we've got a foul for Scotland player. GB saying, I like your chat, but we are typing what you said a minute ago. Don't know if you can improve your receive speed because I think you're at the same time in the game. Well, I do try to work my way through the comments. Sometimes I do fall behind, but I'm going to try a new approach to the chat next season. Obviously, this season been just feeling my way into it. But yeah, I know that there's still room to improve how I deal with the chat. But yeah, obviously, my main focus is trying to keep you guys informed with what's going on, because you've got to remember, some of you guys might be watching this, but I've done plenty of streams now to know that there's fans can be listening in the background that might not be actually watching it. They might be listening into the match watch along because they want to hear what's going on in the game. So that is always my focus, to keep you guys in the loop, and then I try to involve you guys in the chat as much as possible. So apologies if I'm not getting it spot on correct, but I'm doing my best, guys. But thank you for that, GB. GB also saying, thanks, Joey, man. No, so apologies, GB, for the misunderstanding, mate. You got to think I'm not worried too much about what's going on in the other games. Yes, I read out the scores to you guys, but I am always, when I do a match watch along, I'm focused on the game that I'm doing. And it's Norway making a real mess of that free kick opportunity as they knocked it out to that far side, and they've ended up putting too much on the ball, and it's gone straight out of play. So that will leave the pressure for Scotland. Joey's saying Gaz concentrates on commentary. He comes to the chat as and when he can. Thank you, Joey. Yeah, I do, guys. I do want you guys. That's why I come to the chat, because I want you guys to feel part of the channel. But obviously, as Joey is pointing out there, I do try to keep focused on the game, because I recognize that you guys sometimes might be at work, you might be out in the car, you might be out shopping, and you might be listening to me on your phone because you want to hear what's going on in the game. And sometimes you might actually be watching it. I get that. But like I say, I always try to keep focused on the game. There's been games where I've tried to focus more on talking to you, and then we always have somebody coming in going, what's going on in the game? So, yeah, it's a difficult balance, guys, but I'm trying to learn how to get it right. But thank you, Joey. You're a star, mate. Thank you for taking the time to explain. Ball down this near side as Norway intercept it, but then it's ended up kicked up behind for a goal kick. GB saying, appreciate the commentary, mate. I can't see the game. Okay, thank you, GB. As I say, sometimes you guys are watching it, sometimes you're not. It sometimes depends what channel it's on and stuff like that. So, yeah, thank you, GB. Denmark. Why am I saying back to Denmark again? Sorry, Norway on the attack now as they come down the middle. Now looking to get a shot off as Norway now work the ball out to this near side, but it's cut out The cross cut out by Scotland. And now Scotland clear it up the field. Norway regain possession midway inside Scotland's half of the field. GB saying, here we go. Here we go. Absolutely. And Joey saying, yes, go on, Scotland. Definitely. And GB saying, get in. Absolutely. Joey saying, love your passion there, guys. Laugh out loud. Thank you, Joey. As I say, guys, when it comes to European football, I want the UK to be right on top. So, yeah, thank you, Joey. Ball out to that far side now for Scotland as they come forward into Norway's half of the field, but Norway winning the ball back as they pass it back to the goalkeeper. 30 seconds remaining, guys. 30 seconds remaining. So thanks, Joey. GB saying that's their problem. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I think that's maybe about the defensive mistakes. Joey saying, oh my God, no way, get in. Yeah, for the second goal. And there goes the full-time whistle. Scotland have done it. Absolutely fantastic smash and grab, turning this one around. And what a result for Scotland. Absolutely fantastic stuff. And what a result. And what a start to this qualifying campaign for Scotland. Absolutely fantastic. Joey saying, oh my God, no way, get in. Absolutely, Joey. Definitely get in. Joey saying, that was awesome goal. Yes, it was. I couldn't believe my eyes seeing that second one going. Absolutely buzzing for Scotland and the entire football community of Scotland. What a result and what a start to the European qualifiers. So, yeah, thanks, Joey. Minimo, how's it going, mate? Welcome to the show. Minimo says, hi, gang. I'm in Greece. Brilliant from Scotland. Hold on. Absolutely, Minute. Welcome to the show. Hope you're enjoying yourself out there in Greece. Pleasure to see you drop in, mate. And yes, fantastic result for Scotland. Absolutely awesome, guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Joey saying, hi, Minnie. You jumping around. It might be too hot over there, Joey. Might be too hot. It's quite hot out there this time of year. Joey saying, so jealous. Wish I was in Greece. But saying that the weather here been great. It certainly has. You're right, Joe. It's been amazing. GB saying, Yasu, Minimo, absolutely. Yasu, yes. Yasu meaning hello in Greece. Awesome, GB, top man. Love that, top man. That's a quality comment. I've not heard that for a while. Yasu, yeah, top stuff. GB, Minimo saying, oh, good, Joey. Good to hear, Minute. I hope you're staying safe out there, mate. Joey saying, fantastic from Scotland. Stay safe out there, Minnie. Safe travels home. Absolutely. Well said, Joey. So, guys, just quickly give you guys an idea. Possession, ball possession, 56% for Norway, 44% for Scotland. Attempts on goal, 3 apiece. Sorry, it's just gone off from me there, guys. So, just refreshing it. So, yeah, 9 shots for Norway, 3 shots for 5 shots for Scotland, 3 on target for Norway, 3 on target for Scotland. As said, Passes 543 for Norway, 378 for Scotland. Pass accuracy 86% for Norway, 83% for Scotland. So not a lot between the teams in that aspect. Fouls 9 for Norway, 12 for Scotland. Yellow cards none for Norway, 4 for Scotland. That's a bit questionable, isn't it, guys? Offsides 1 for Norway, none for Scotland, and corners 2 for Norway, 3 for Scotland. But the only stat that really matters, guys, is the score result, which is finished Norway 1, Scotland 2. Yes, you heard me right. Norway 1, Scotland 2. Scotland doing an absolutely amazing smash and grab on Norway in the late stages of this game. And yeah, if there's ever a time to give a team massive credit and respect, it certainly is Scotland today. So, yeah. So, thanks, Joey. Joey also saying your love for Haaland is still intact, Mini. Laugh out. Yeah, well said, Joey. Joey saying, well done, Scotland. Awesome. Absolutely, Joey. Yeah, buzzing for Scotland. Absolutely. What a result. I'm so happy for the Scotland fan community. GB saying, have fun, Minimo. Cheers, Joey, man. Nice one, GB. Yep, it's been, I'm not sure. It's been a pleasure to have you involved this afternoon, mate. Great to have you with us, and loving the positivity from you, mate. Hopefully you're going to become a great member of the fan den community. Joey's saying, cheers, GB. Nice to have you involved. Absolutely. Well said, Joey, as always, with the positivity. Top stuff, guys. Minimo saying, Haaland, who? Yeah. I like that. Yeah, exactly. Joey saying, exactly, Haaland, who? Laugh out. Yeah, innit? I just won the Champions League with Manchester City, but you can't get a result against Scotland. Minimo says, see you all soon, gang. Have a whiskey on or two tonight. Thank you, Mini. Stay safe out there. Been a pleasure to see you drop in. And yeah, as Joey said, safe travels back home. Hope you get back home safe and well. And we look forward to seeing you some more when you get back from your holiday in Greece. But for now, mate, enjoy yourself out there. Stay safe. And we look forward to seeing you again soon, mate. Take care, Minnie. Thanks for that. Joey saying, bye, Minnie. Enjoy. Yep, nice one, Joey. Top stuff, as always, from Joey. GB saying 3:30 a.m. Where I am. Gut full of beer. I'm going to bed night all. Thank you very much, GB. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you involved. And as I said earlier, welcome to Football Fan Den. Hopefully, we'll see you come and drop in again if you liked what you saw. And yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure having you involved this afternoon, mate. Some great comments from you. Enjoyed your company, enjoyed your conversation. And yeah, hopefully see you again soon, mate. Look after yourself, stay safe. And yeah, go and get yourself rested up, mate. And as I say, look forward to seeing you again soon on a later stream if you're available, mate. So thank you very much for that, GB. As I say, a pleasure having you involved this afternoon, mate. Joey saying, bye, GB. Get some sleep. Absolutely well said, Joey. Yep, been really nice having involved and finding another top positive fan like GB. Hopefully we'll add another great member to the Fan Den community. Fingers crossed. So, yep, been a pleasure having him involved this afternoon. So, yep, top stuff, Joey. Thank you for that, mate. So, there you go, guys. That's it for now. Game, set, and match. Another fantastic 3 points for Scotland. Just bear with me a second because before I go, I'm just going to see if I can bring up the table for you, or the group table for Scotland, so you guys can see it. I'm just going to spare me a second, guys. Just going to see if I can bring up the groups for you guys. Sorry, guys, just bear with me a second. I'm just seeing if I can bring up the group on the screen for you guys to see how it looks, if it's a page ever loads up. Look at that, Group A. So that looks beautiful. So just bear with me a second, guys. I'm going to share this. This looks absolutely fantastic. Great to see this. So are you ready for this, guys? Here we go. Look at that. There you go, guys. Look at that. All right, doesn't that look fantastic from Scotland's perspective? Sitting top of the group with Spain in the group, and Scotland sit right at the top. 3 wins out of 3, 9 points on the board. How fantastic does that look? Spain with 2 games played, 3 points on the board. Obviously, we'd expect Spain to win their next game and close the gap to 6 points. But they've still got work to do. But yeah, what a group that looks. But yeah, there you go, guys. That's absolutely awesome for Scotland. So yeah, we finish with Scotland sitting top of their table in the Euro qualifiers. Joey say, nice one, Gaz. Catch you next time. Thank you very much, Joey. It's been a pleasure, as always, having you in the chat, mate. Absolute pleasure. Always enjoy your company, Joey. And thank you very much for your amazing contribution today and your fantastic support, as always, mate. You're an absolute legend. So thank you. And yep, final comment goes to Joey. Awesome. Go on, Scotland. Absolutely, Joey. So thank you, as always, Joey. Take care, mate. Look after yourself. Stay safe. And hopefully I will see you again soon, mate. But for now, that's it from me, guys. I'm going to jump off now. But yeah, thank you, Joey, as always. And also to the rest of you guys, thank you very much for your company and your contribution. And yeah, Stevie Allen also saying, thanks everyone for joining. Please hit the like button before leaving. Nice one, Stevie. Yeah, so do that, guys. Please do it that thumbs up on your way out. But yeah, massive shout out to Joey and GB contributing massively in this chat today. But also to the rest of you guys watching in the background, thank you very much. But that's it from me for now, guys. Take care, all the best, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.